Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 261. This is the 1030th episode of the series, which is called A Pledge. Uh, it is, it's basically a movie-like episode. A Pledge for New Era, Luffy and Uta. Yes, this episode pretty much does conclude the Uta flashback arc. Yep, it does. Now, as for, okay, what happens this episode? Well, we get a little more with Shanks. Well, Shanks doesn't do much this episode. It's mostly just Uta and Luffy just playing around, doing a race, and making a promise to each other to basically become really strong, and not only that, basically build a dream, build a new Genesis, stuff like that. And then the red hair pirates go on their adventure, and they come back, and apparently the town they went to, Ebata, was destroyed. Why was it destroyed? Don't know. And of course, Luffy is mad at Shanks. Of course, he's wondering where the heck is Uta. And, we also do see that he doesn't want to do this, Shanks. Don't worry, this is not basically ruin anything present day, so don't worry about that. So he runs off, talks to Beckman, chats with him for a bit, and he basically walks off. He walks to the same area he and Uta went to not long prior, and he gets beat up by a couple of mountain bandits. Yes, a couple of mountain bandits. Where then Beckman shows up completely out of nowhere, beats up the two guys after throwing his cigarette in their face. He carries them back, and of course he wants to basically. And then of course Shanks Luffy kind of make up, and a little president you're like an adult. He's like, oh, you're a kid, and there's a funny thing about that. And this probably does later on lead into what we see in the flashback scene early on in the series. My only guess is the reason why they had Uta disappear at this point in time, because it just and we do see a flashback of the various characters when they're kids. We see kid versions of Zoro, Sanji, Nami, and Usopp. And in case you're curious, though, there's no Chopper, no Frankie, no Robin, and there's no young version of Brook here. Nope, just the original. 4 people who Luffy recruited this crew. In the case of Zoro, it's probably during one of the many times they battled his childhood friend Kuda, who, by the way, in English dub was voiced by Monica Rial. Sanji, of course, has chopped up a fish, and he's told basically wash dishes. In the case of Nami, she steals a navigation book, and this is another time she did this, probably after one of the times she did in the flashback. Actually, this is before the Arlong stuff happened. Yeah, this probably was one of another time, basically, that she probably did it. Presumably, in the case of Usopp, it's like, pirates are here, and we see Mary. Yes, Mary. Can't remember the girl's name. Kuda, I think her name is. The one who's from Usopp's hometown. Where, time to prepare breakfast. And this actually is his first appearance in the anime in a long time. I'd say this is probably his first appearance in probably about 500 episodes, seems like. Because I think he was seen, if I remember correctly, a couple times after Syrup Village basically concluded. That he was seen twice. First, where they informed about Luffy's first poster, one poster, and the second time was when Usopp got his first poster, and of course she's trying to become a doctor at that point. And as for this is basically, you could say this is his first chronological appearance in the series, mostly. Yes, you could say that. It's nice to see him. Oh, also, one of the things that Uta and Luffy does, they do a race, and they run into the very same king that Luffy will run into later on when just before Red Hair Shanks loses his arm. And to know he's going to be losing his arm to this thing, he eats a red fish. Obviously. But damn good 2-parter. I love it. Though here's the thing. Next week's episode is a recap episode, but it looks like we see some new footage here. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I don't mind basically telling about Shanks because there's not much known about the guy. I mean, here's what we know about him. He was an apprentice to Gold Roger, and he's the captain to the Red Hair Pirates. He inspired Luffy to become a pirate. One of his crewmen is the father of one of Luffy's crewmates. Let's see, what else? Oh, he also gave Luffy his hat. But, oh yeah, he's also one of the 4 emperors. But aside from the 16s, and back here the parents, not much else is known about him. Also, he's kind of lazy. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that one. That one I will watch because that one looks kind of interesting. Alright, moving on to the next chapter, new chapter of the One Piece manga, chapter 1057, known as The End. No, it's not the end of the series. This is just the epilogue, the end of the whole stuff with Wano. Everything, there's no more Wano stuff afterwards, which I'll get to that. So, we have the cover story of Drama 66, an Emotionless Incursion. Volume 16, Caesar's Poison Gas Attack. There's Caesar in his second cover appearance he's made in this arc. Chapter starts off basically where they're recapping the stuff related to, well, the stuff that happened at the Fire Festival. And of course you have Kinemon and Yamato. And Yamato has decided that she is not going with the Straw Hat Pirates now because she wants to explore the country. Probably because she spent her whole life on one island. So, isn't that a bad thing? Oh, he said make up your mind earlier, I assume. Well, Odin started his travel and walk around the country, didn't he? So, I know a little about the world. Just like you, I was just following the same path and eventually taking out the sea. My word, you already cleared this up. And you're clear with Luffy? Yep. So, Momo basically races to go see Luffy, and then we have a flashback to the Zoe Island arc, where basically the pirate their alliance, and then we have a bit of flashback a little bit earlier during the arc itself, and they race the ship, and we see them about to get there. And we see it looks like Nami and basically everybody except for Luffy has got brand new outfits. It's like, hey, wait. Oh. There you are. Momonosuke, Kinemon, Yamato. Hey, guess, Luffy. I got you now. And it's both Momo and Yamato talking. Luffy, what do you think you're doing? You've been here longer than anyone. You got word to us? Shogun's furious with you. Explain yourself, you cretin. You're here now, aren't you? Luffy is the from the Shogun. Don't leave me. I miss you so much. Save me forever. Okay. Hick. Guess if you guys survived because of you. Laugh and smile. Eventual mother. Yeah, be just a little boy. Usopp. Got it right here. Yep, and of course then he just tossed him his flag. They probably get back anyways. We're giving you that. Some show your mama. You may be bigger now, but we know you are inside. You're an idiot and a coward and a weakling. But I think you're like a little brother. It's a flag. Yep, it's probably basically like, you pick a fight with us. Even Mr. My crew pick a fight with us. You come one of you. Kinemon, Yamato, Momo, pirates. To say the word will come right along and pick you up. Yay! Boy, don't let me use that ship. I know. Watch out, Yamato. I will. Set sail. Keep it together, Shogun. You can do it, Momonosuke. Kinemon, yes. So in the future, I will surpass Keith's Golden. What is it? Me? No. And that's the last to see of Yamato. Yep, because we're leaving Wano. Then we see the Heart Pirates, the Captain Kidd's crew. Alright, take him over. We're going to the formal port so we can take a lift down. Where will they have to crash in the falls? The same way we got in. Sounds better. And of course, everybody just goes in the falls. Yippee, don't want to die! Yep. So they all go. Amber gives a recap of the stuff, of the story, and basically it's all. And then we switch over to Momo's beautiful sister, Hillary. And of course, Kazuma was born to burn. And of course, it was like a bit of a happy ending for this one. It is interesting though that Shinobu guy tends to slim down. That's why actually he's here mid 40s. He looks great for to be slimmed down. And we all kind of wrap up here, and it's like this has been the saga of the mighty samurai regaining their lost Kyokushin before. That's the time of Tamate. We always will be apart from now. So we should fly this flag. I have passed across again someday somewhere. The end. To be continued. No, it's not the end of the series. No, it is not. It says to be continued, so we're gonna get one next week. So yeah, what a damn good chapter. Yep. And I believe this is actually the final chapter of the arc. I just want to be sure about that. Just be sure. Good. Stay going. Okay, so. Yep. And the next chapter will begin a brand new story arc. So, this will be the first new story arc for the series since chapter 909, which was released 4 years ago. You're thinking, damn, this basically, his arc has gone for 4 freaking years. A long time. Yes, after 4 years, we finally conclude this story arc. In terms of the manga, now the anime has not got there yet. As of the most recent episode aired, which was 1028, I think it was. Yeah, by 1028, we pretty much only covered at this point in time. Like, they had just finished adapting 1010, and they had got through most of chapter 1011. Yeah, there's still like 3. So basically, probably with 1031, they're probably gonna cover, and this is my purse, I guess. Pages 5 through 7 and 12 to 17. So basically, even though they just adapted 1010, they have officially left to go for this arc. There are 57 chapters left to be adapted. Well, mostly like 56. Yes. And I think that basically not adapting it for a couple weeks did help it a bit. So could we see basically like a chapter per episode for the remainder of the arc? It's possible, to say the least, that we could see that, yes. Or starting with episode 1051, we might get a chance to see that. Who knows? Though it might take like a year just to conclude this arc. Yeah, I'd say in terms of the anime, we probably got 1 year officially left to go for the arc for the anime before we get to the next arc of the series. What it's going to be called, don't know. We'll find out next week. Which, yes, I will be watching the recap episode because I'm very interested about that one. Because there's not a lot of time we do stock footage about at least any flashbacks for Shanks, which I'm very much looking forward to that. And it's probably there just to promote the One Piece movie. Yes, for One Piece Red. Yep. Now, here's the thing. In Japan, it just came out. As for when it's going to release over here, don't know. Yes. I have heard something was presumably like later on this year. Yeah, I want to talk a little about this one. So basically, all I get is fall 2022 for One Piece Red, which I'm very definitely looking forward to that. Will I get a chance to do for this series? Yes. Yes, I will. Just like I did for One Piece Stampede, I will review that one. Okay? So, yes, that's it for Cycle Review. Next up is going to be Baruto, and that'll be it for new anime. And back to Lupin the Third after that, okay? Next video. Bye.